Hello and welcome back to another edition of Steps of Sussex, or episode I should say. As always, this is a live chat, so I will try and read as many viewer comments and answer as many questions as I possibly can. It is Monday. Let me just make sure my sound is turned off or else I'm going to start hearing myself. It is Monday the 13th of July 2020. Where is this year going? It really does seem to be just flying by. Let's just adjust that slightly right there. There we go. So the topic of today's conversation, I am sure that you have seen over the weekend. Harry and Meghan were out at a private appointment where the paparazzi managed to get some photographs of Harry and Meghan. They were wearing masks and they were getting into a big Escalade SUV, which many wrongly assumed at the time was a big gas-guzzling, non-eco-friendly vehicle. However, it turns out that that was not true. It is actually a really, really brand new model. It's a hybrid. So all of the press that were kind of jumping on the bandwagon saying that it was hypocrisy, that Harry and Meghan were riding around in a big gas-guzzling SUV that's bad for the planet, turns out that it was not. So if I just go to my links, which I've got open, I will share with you the link to the official Cadillac site. So I'll put that in there now, so you can go and take a look. To me, I've looked at it and it looks like the same model. So I do think that it is the eco-friendly version. It says technologically advanced. It does have a 420 HP 6.2 VS engine. However, it is obviously the hybrid version. So, I mean, starting price, we're probably looking at kind of from 76,000. It isn't cheap. I mean, it definitely isn't the sort of vehicle that you would buy if you're on a budget. However, it is kind of, I think, what Harry and Meghan might need in terms of protection. Don't forget they have their team of bodyguards, their protection. They kind of need something that's going to be quite robust and resilient. You aren't going to get them driving around in a little runaround, a little city runaround that people would normally, get. A regular person would just get to go and do their shopping. So I can see why they need, a big vehicle. I know I think somebody said, I read somewhere, that you can possibly get them armoured as well. I mean, it certainly looks the sort of vehicle to me that could have added built-in protection, but it is believed that their version is a hybrid. So there we go. And I had another link open. I'm just trying to find it. Here we go. This is a link from electriccars.com. So I'll share this one as well with you because it has a little bit more information about that particular vehicle. And I wonder if sales of this hybrid, this new Cadillac Escalade 2020 hybrid, are going to go up now that Harry and Meghan have been seen very high profile in one. The website that I've just linked to describes the SUV as a bold design with a well-equipped cabin and capable of let me put my glasses on, seriously. It's capable of powertrain. The hybrid is a combination of 2 electric motors and the 2-litre 4 engine. You can tell I'm not really into cars, can't you? Anyway, this setup, I have to keep pumping my tyres up every week. Anyway, this setup is good for 335 HP and 432. Is that a different language? Seriously? I should know this stuff, shouldn't I? Anyway, although we don't have all the information, we expect that the price will be in the 81,000 to 85,000 range. Well, on the official Cadillac website, it says starting price 76,000. And there we go. There's a whole lot of information about that vehicle. So the press, of course, were jumping on the it's not eco-friendly bandwagon. Turns out it was a hybrid. So there was no cause for concern. The environment is not going to be destroyed because of Harry and Meghan. They are not going to leave big, massive, dirty emissions. It's a hybrid. So there we go. Annie says, anything they do is a problem for these biased people. They say they're no longer relevant, but they use them every day. to make money. Laurie Clark says, I saw the headlines and stopped right there. I'm glad I did. Thank you for bringing us the truth. Like I say, it looks to me like it is that vehicle. I didn't get to see, in the photograph, I didn't get to see the back of the vehicle. So, it didn't have any distinguishing features. I don't know if they do anyway. But it certainly looks to me like it is the SUV hybrid. Also, the press went... Oh, by the way, how long do we think it will be before the press start jumping on the price of the vehicle? To be perfectly honest, it's nobody's business how much money they spend on a vehicle. Like I said, however, I think probably it was more... a practical choice for having that vehicle in terms of, like I said, the security, with it possibly being able to be armoured or at least, upgraded so that it can be protected. I do think it's a wise choice in terms of what they might need it for, what their actual individual needs are. I don't know if it's a thing in America and in LA in particular, where high-profile people who need protection have that type of vehicle. I don't know. In the UK, we don't really have Cadillac, so I'm not really familiar with the brand. You certainly don't see... I don't see any riding around in the town where I live. So I would love someone to tell me whether or not that is kind of typical and standard for someone high profile who needs protection. But that would probably be my first thoughts on it all. Laurie says, leasing is also a way of affording a pricier car. It may be... Yeah, totally. We don't know if it was purchased out. It's none of our business whether it's how it's purchased. But yes, it could most definitely be on a lease, or they could have bought it outright. I really don't know. The royal family do tend to lease Audis, which is why a lot of the private vehicles of the royal family are Audis, which is why Harry's former vehicle was an Audi. They have them on lease. They have a special deal with Audi, and every 3 years or something, they get new ones. They do actually get them at a discount to obviously have their brand associated with a royal driver, but it's kind of added to the royal fleet. There you go. Leslie says, was that their new bodyguards? I do not know. Some of the newspapers and tabloids said that, it was bodyguards. They certainly looked like they could be bodyguards, let's put it that way. They look big burly men. Big burly men are often bodyguards. I'm not saying women cannot be bodyguards either. Let's just put that out there. But the people that Meghan was seen with in those photographs, they were big burly men. They looked the part to be a bodyguard. I certainly think I would feel protected having those people standing next to me. Meghan was dressed in a nice new... Well, it appeared to be a new dress. Now, again, the press have speculated as to why Harry and Meghan were out on that occasion anyway. And someone did some research and digging, which I saw online, and apparently it was the Cannon Brighton Medical Facility building, which houses a whole load of different things, from plastic surgery to dentist to a colon specialist to IVF treatment to absolutely everything. That building was positively ID'd as being that place. Here in the UK, we don't necessarily have like a one-all shop centre, if you like. We have a doctor's surgery, and then we have hospitals, and then you can have kind of different specialists based at hospitals. So, for us in the UK, it's unusual to have those sorts of varying things housed in one building. So, of course, people are speculating as to why Harry and Meghan were seen at that building. Which section of it were they going into? And it's kind of futile to speculate about that. Number one, it's private. Number two, like I say, it's private. It's none of anyone's business, but it hasn't stopped the press from speculating. Meghan was seen holding a clear plastic bag. Now, a lot of people have speculated it could be anything from dental stuff to IVF stuff. And again, we don't know. There's no confirmation. All we've got from it is a plastic bag, a clear plastic bag. Some people say they recognise it as this or they recognise it as that. It has prompted rumours about perhaps maybe a future pregnancy. I mean, again, we really don't know the ins and outs of somebody's private business. It was a private appointment. It was not a business appointment. So there were no, press briefings about it. It was a personal occasion. However, it was something, of course, which Harry and Meghan needed to be at together. I would imagine. So let me know what you think about that. Like I say, people have speculated on what's in the bag. Let me know what you think is in the bag. But like I say, it was such a kind of, a long range paparazzi photo that I couldn't make out what it was. I looked, and I mean, I'm not particularly au fait with matters of IVF and all that kind of thing. So maybe somebody else might know a lot more than what I do. Maybe somebody else has had an experience of that. I don't know. It would be really lovely to hear people's thoughts and opinions on that. Mary says most famous people have it as it's a good car for security. That's kind of what I was thinking. That was my reasoning about it. Christine says, my grandpa had a Cadillac in the 1950s. Like I say, it's not a brand that we have in the UK particularly, but I like it. I mean, I've just been looking at the pictures of it, and hey, I would most definitely love one of those. I'm just looking at the tail lights, and they kind of go up in like a strip. It looks an amazing vehicle. Oh, by the way, if you were going to have one, what colour would it be? Because I'm looking at the little advert on the Cadillac link I shared, and they're showing a black one, they're showing a white one, but I'm sure it comes in all kinds of different shades and colours. They're showing like a gunmetal grey one. I like the gunmetal grey. Yeah, I think I like the gunmetal grey colour. Let me know if you were ordering one, what you would choose. Stephanie says, Ben Mulroney tweeted a rebuttal of yet another false story print about Meghan and Jessica. Yeah, I mean, like I say, my stance is exactly the same on the whole Jessica Mulroney issue as what it always has been. Jessica made a huge mistake. She has paid a price for it. And I don't think that Meghan is the sort of person that would throw a friend under the bus. I think Meghan would be helping a friend to come through the other end of what's happened, even though obviously it was Jessica's doing. She did it herself. But I think Meghan would be the sort of person who would help a friend, who would stand by a friend. Of course, Meghan hasn't spoken out about this, but that's just my feeling. That's my personal feeling about Meghan's character. I don't think she would throw a friend under the bus. I don't think she would abandon a friend. And if Ben Mulroney has tweeted a rebuttal of the false story about Meghan and Jessica, I think I know the one you're on about. Was it that, someone's been phoning one or the other repeatedly? Yeah, but I personally, on a private level, I don't think Meghan would throw a friend under the bus. Esther says, it's nice to hear from you. Well done. Thank you so much. Mary says, do you think that she took Diana's jewels or the jewellery? Yeah, probably. Because obviously after Diana's sad passing, those jewels were kind of intended for William and Harry. And we don't know how they divided them up. We know that originally, I think Harry had chosen the ring, the engagement ring that Catherine now wears, and I think William had chosen a watch. Well, they did a swapsy round about the time of William and Catherine's engagement. So William then had the ring and Harry had the watch. Other than that, other than the jewels that we've seen Catherine and Meghan wearing, we don't know about the rest of them. We don't know how they have been divvied up. I would love to see that amazing aquamarine cocktail ring again, because I love that ring, and I have a replica of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. That Diana aquamarine ring is amazing. But yeah, certainly I see no reason why she wouldn't have taken anything that she had possession of with her to LA to be worn again. Alternatively, there could be, a whole load of it left in the UK in a vault. Perhaps even William and Harry haven't divvied everything up yet anyway. I mean, we only know certain pieces. Maybe Catherine and Meghan have only selected certain pieces from that jewellery collection. So yeah, I imagine the pieces that she's already selected and worn, or maybe even we're going to have some debuted in the future. I would love to see some pieces resurface. I want to know who's got the Diana choker, the 7-strand pearl with the sapphire and diamonds that was originally a brooch from the Queen Mother. I would love to I want to know who's got that beauty, because that is a stunner. So I would love to see who's got that. Leslie says, might have been a dentist. It could have been anything that was going on in that building, because there have been no reports of, as far as I'm aware, of which bit she went into. So yes, it could have been a dental kit. It could have been anything. But of course, in true fashion, it has sparked many rumours and much speculation on what it would be. And in particular, people are concentrating and focusing on the IVF part of that building, but as you say, it could well be a dentist, it could be anything. Are people choosing colours for their SUV? Laurie would like red, Christine would like grey. Bev says those tail lights are a signature Cadillac feature. As I say, I am not au fait with Cadillacs, but from what I see, I like. Elizabeth Vagina, hello and welcome to you. Thank you for helping moderate. Says Diana's jewellery was left to Harry and William and will be gifted to their wives. Yes, totally, but we don't know yet exactly how that has been distributed, or even if there still could be, a big section of that jewellery still in a vault somewhere. Possibly Kensington Palace or even Buckingham Palace. Annie says Jessica's husband posted a picture of Jessica and Meghan. That's all a lie. They are still friends. That's my feeling. I mean, that is my personal feeling, is that Meghan wouldn't throw a friend under the bus. That's what I feel from her. Bev says the SUVs look nice but do not have good reviews in regard to service-related issues. General Motors offers similar vehicles under their other companies. I don't know. I think if you've probably got the money to be able to afford a big SUV, you probably wouldn't mind paying to have them serviced. I don't know. I think it's that sort of vehicle where it's you're either choosing it for a style option or you're choosing it out of necessity. And I think Harry and Meghan are choosing it probably for practicalities, and also because, like I say, there is the hybrid version, which I believe that is. Darlene says, I thought you were through talking about Meghan and Harry. No, I have never said that I was through talking about Meghan and Harry. I have said that I was fed up with all the negative stuff in the press, and it made me feel like not talking about them. At no point have I said that I was not going to talk about Harry and Meghan. That is a rumour. An incorrect rumour. As Lee says, it's early Tuesday morning. Have a good day. If you're starting your day, have a really, really good one. Right, so that's kind of all really I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to, set this story straight as I possibly can. In that I believe that it was this 2020 SUV hybrid. There were no pollutants in terms of what people are making out. It's not this huge gas-guzzling car. And also I wanted to talk about the different rumours which I'm sure you have seen circulating about Harry and Meghan's private appointment. Bottom line is, it was a private appointment, although there's a whole host of things housed in that building, I should say, not business. We do not know which one that is. We don't know why Harry and Meghan were there, and unless they come out and actually say what it was, which they won't because it's a personal private appointment, then the speculation will be rife. But I just wanted to point out that it might not be what people are focusing on, is what I'm trying to get at. So, Stephanie's come up with a new price for the Cadillac, base price, $87,000. I've seen 76, but hey, I don't know. Right, I am now going to go. Leslie says, thank you for keeping us informed. Keep up the good work. Remember, if it gets too much, just take a step back and take a break. I've done that over the weekend. And as always, I will continue to bring you the latest steps of Sussex. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media, and also do hit the bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. Also, please do remember to subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much if you are supporting me on Patreon and as a channel member. So, from me in Shropshire, mwah to you all, and goodbye.